As you may have or may not have known, we just wrapped up Transgender Awareness Week. Each year between November the 13th and the 19th, people and organizations around the country participate in Transgender Awareness Week to help raise the visibility of transgender people and address issues members of the community face. And today is Transgender Day of Remembrance. Each year on November the 20th around the country, advocates and allies join together to remember members of the transgender community who lost their lives to anti-trans violence that year. To honor the occasion, the City Hall Dome was lit up in light pink and white last night and will begin again tonight. Right now, I'd like to ask for a moment of silence for those members we lost this year. Thank you. Also yesterday, the Human Rights Campaign released their 2019 Municipal Equality Index. The index demonstrates the ways that many cities can and do support the LGBTQ people who live and work there, even where states and the federal government have failed to do so. I'm extremely proud to inform you that Baltimore City received a score of 100. Now I would like to invite Jabari Lyles, the LGBTQ Affairs Liaison in the Mayor's Office, to come up and talk more about the index and Baltimore's great score.
Thanks so much. I'm delighted to assist the mayor in announcing Baltimore's great score. We achieved a score of 100, and the criteria changes every year. So it's so nice to know that we received this top score based on the most updated criteria. About 506 cities are surveyed each year, and only 88 of them received a score of 100. So to report that Baltimore is one of the top cities that are really on the forefront of pushing towards LGBT inclusion is a really great thing to report. A lot of the reasons we got such a great score was because of the things that Baltimore already had in place, but what really sealed the deal were some of the most exciting projects I was able to work on in my first year here at the mayor's office as the LGBT liaison. That includes our new gender-neutral bathroom bill, as well as the support for the LGBT youth prom. It's important to stress, though, that although this index is a great indicator of the progress that cities are making towards LGBT inclusion, it's very much the floor, not the ceiling. We see this as the beginning, and really it energizes us towards the more things that we can do towards LGBT progress. The mayor mentioned that today is the Transgender Day of Remembrance. This year, at least 22 transgender people have been killed in our country. 21 of them have been black women, including Bailey Reeves, a 17-year-old black girl who was killed here in Baltimore City. So we know that bias and discrimination and prejudice and violence is still very real for the LGBT community. So while we celebrate Baltimore's progress, we also have to recognize the incredible amount of work that we still have to do. I'd like to also bring into the room a couple of names of other trans women who were killed here in Baltimore City. Tracy Johnson, Kelly Young, Candy Hall, Mia Henderson, Maya Hall, Brittany Fleming, Crystal Edwards, Alfonso Watson, and Tidy Dansbury. We honor your memory today on the Transgender Day of Remembrance, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to work on LGBT inclusion here in Baltimore City. I thank Mayor Young for his leadership and our collaboration to make sure that one day Baltimore is one of the most safe and inclusive cities for LGBT people in the country. So, thank you.
Any questions as it relates to that? Thank you. Thank you.
Great. Thanks.
Okay, with Thanksgiving next week, the holiday season is fast approaching, and it will become the holiday shopping season as well. So tomorrow evening, we will kick off the annual Miracles on Main Street, which is a citywide effort to encourage Baltimoreans and area residents to shop local for the economy. The buy local season is November the 21st through December the 31st. Free parking for shoppers and family-oriented activities are planned in each of the 8 Main Street districts throughout the city during that time. Miracles on Main Street Shopping offers a unique small business experience for local merchants to showcase their business and give consumers opportunity to find those perfect holiday gifts for reasonable prices at unique shops that you can't find in a mall. Everyone knows that the day after Thanksgiving is Black Friday, but not everyone knows that Saturday kicks off Small Business Saturday, which encourages consumers to support local small businesses. Here with me today is Paul Taylor, the Director for the Mayor's Office of Minority and Women-Owned Businesses, to talk more about the Small Business Saturday. Paul.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for your leadership in terms of small business in Baltimore. Small Business Saturday and the Miracles in Main Street are just two things that we want to highlight the local business community. First of all, we have a thriving maker community who's making things. So, for instance, there's a small shop right now on North Avenue where there's Made in Baltimore. If you haven't visited, please go and visit it, because there are many, many crafts people that are making items, making products that are being sold in that shop. But we want to really highlight the exciting time that we think is great for our particular community. We want to make sure that people visit our main streets. There are 8 of them right active that are here in Baltimore City. Those main streets are places where crafts people, where small business people, where restaurants, where stores for clothing, all those things exist. And some of them are unique items that, like as you said, you're not going to find in the mall. So please visit our main streets, visit our small businesses, because when you support a small business in Baltimore, you help our economy. When you help our economy, we hire people. When we hire people, those people thrive in our community. So look forward to seeing you there. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Any questions about that? No? Any general questions?
Mr. Mayor, what do you want to Police commissioner's coming up this weekend.
Oh, Mr. Commissioner, I'm sorry.
Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to give you a recap of this weekend's violence regarding shooting incidents. Over the weekend from Friday through Monday, there were 8 shooting incidents. 2 of those incidents were homicide cases. The first one was on Seminole Street. It is under investigation with nothing further to report on at this moment, other than we are looking for evidence and following leads. So anyone with any information, please contact Crime Stoppers or contact our homicide division. Likewise, the second case was on Franklin Street. One was shot and survived. One person was fatally wounded. There's information to support that could have been a dice game with multiple subjects that turned violent with gunfire. That's under investigation as well. Anybody with information, please call us right away. Then there were 6 shooting incidents. Of the 6 shooting incidents, what we know right now is that on one of the shooting incidents, we know 2 of the victims that were shot in one incident admitted to buying drugs, and that drug deal turned violent, and they were both shot by the person purported to be attempting to sell drugs to them. There were 2 other incidents that we have arrests on. One is on Bradish, where 2 females ordered either a Lyft or Uber and got into an argument with the driver and shot that driver, who survived. They are under arrest. And then we have another shooting incident, which is on Alameda, which is an argument between 2 neighbors inside of a home, where that argument turned violent and one person shot the other. That suspect is actually under arrest. And then there are 2 shooting incidents where the victims are surviving in good condition, but are absolutely not speaking to or answering any questions from our detectives. And so those are some of the things that we are working with on a daily basis. Incidents that happen in a home between neighbors, incidents that are happening because of drug sales and or because people are trying to buy drugs. And then all of these things we're working on, especially with people not participating in the investigation or at least telling us who shot them or why they were shot. And so I just wanted to give you that recap. And then there's 1 shooting incident from Monday that's under investigation with nothing to report.
Thank you. Thank you. Any general questions?
Mr. Mayor, what do you make of the news this morning that former Mayor Catherine Pugh is being indicted on 11 counts?
Well, you know, as elected officials, we have a duty to the people we represent to conduct ourselves to the highest standards of the law. We're all heartbroken and completely disappointed in today's news. I pray for former Mayor Pugh, and I'm focused on helping our city to heal.
How do you think we go about building trust between elected officials and the community after something like this?
Well, you know, we as the leader of the City Council, we did a number of ethic bills, and just recently we just strengthened another ethic bill, and we will continue to look at ways that we can have more ethic reform in the city of Baltimore.
You worked with Pew for several years. Did the news surprise you? Did you ever have any inkling that something
Really, I had no inklings at all, none.
What about Gary Brown?
No inklings. I just met Gary when he started working here at City Hall. I seen him in the halls of Annapolis before, but to get to know him was when he was working here.
Did investigators work with you or other people in the city in terms of leading up to these indictments?
No. No.
Anything else? Does it make you angry at all?
That's what make me angry.
Her alleged actions.
Say that again?
Her alleged actions, which she's been indicted.
I mean, you know, anything that puts a black eye on the city makes us all angry, just like murders make me angry. You know, yeah, I'm angry. I'm angry about a lot of things. I'm angry about people not coming forward to tell who shot them, or people not saying who committed murders in the city of Baltimore. You know, I lost 3 nephews to murder, one in 2014 and one in 2015. So we still grieving as a family. And one of my nephews was found in Leakin Park in the trunk of a car, shot in the head. And I think that was in probably 2007 or 8. So I feel that pain, you know? So, you know, for people not telling, I mean, it's just heartbreaking that people don't want to come forth and say who's doing it, because people know. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Anything else?
Now that
Commissioner,
the,
anything on Mayor Pugh?
Well, she had a question first, and then you can ask you.
now that the plastic bag ban has passed and come to your desk, do you have a position on whether you're going to sign?
I really don't have a position, you know. Some people saying it's a tax on the poor. Businesses are saying that they need it, you know, they get the 4 cent, and the city get the 1 cent. So I really haven't focused on that yet, because I have more important things like murders and shootings and carjackings and those kind of things. And now worried about people pulling up in vans, snatching young girls to take their organs or sell them into prostitution. Those are the things that worries any mayor, and it worries me.
Do you know when you expect to make a decision on whether you'll sign it or let it be?
I haven't, like I just recently said, I'm focused on more important things that's driving this city.
Anything else? All right, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, the commissioner had to clarify.
Oh, he had a question for the commission, I'm sorry.
Well, it's a sad day for Baltimore. We are here now to move the city forward, and that's what we are focused on every single day. I do want to clarify something while I have an opportunity, because it's been reported that I've said that it will take 7 years to change the violence here in Baltimore. You know, that was really misreported, because that was a question during an interview where it was asked of me by a reporter, how long did it take in New Orleans? And the answer was, the mayor was elected in 2010 and hired me as the chief in 2014. We started seeing tremendous results in his 7th year. And it was reported that I said it took 7 years. Well, I was only the chief there 4 years. So that was really, really poor reporting on that. And I like to clear that up and ask you to kind of report my entire statements when you hear me say that, because that was an answer about how long it took with the mayor's program to start seeing those decreases in both shootings and murders at the same time. It was in that 7th year of his administration, my 3rd year of my police chief administration. Thank you for that.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. I don't think we'll see y'all before Thanksgiving, right? So happy Thanksgiving to everyone. All right, take care.